YouTube, what it do? Shout out to the entire gang. Smash the like on the way in. This is your boy Prince Maverick back at it again on the YouTube machine, man. And I appreciate all the new subs coming in, showing the love. Thank y'all for showing the likes on the last few uploads, man. Y'all been showing up and showing out. So I want to go ahead and do the same for y'all this year. 2026 is the year, baby. Let's get right into the video. So with this topic, I kind of want to look at this one objectively. I don't want to necessarily, make fun of anybody's opinion here, because you got to look at this one from the outside looking in. I don't want to tease anybody in this video here. This one will be very important, guys. I don't want to make any allegations or point fingers towards anybody for feeling some type of way. I don't want to necessarily do that here. WWE fans are arguing right now over a backstage moment that happened on WWE Unreal, the Netflix series. A moment between Iyo Sky and Triple H backstage when she won. Some people think it's completely normal seeing what they saw, the hug, the way she jumped all over Hunter, right? Some people classify it as normal. Others think it crossed the line. But here's my take. The real reason why this debate is happening has more to do with wrestling culture than the clip itself, I feel. And that's just me. But we're going to jump right into it and break it all down. So some fans are like, this is completely normal. Wrestling locker rooms are close like that. Other people are saying, nah, that's a boss employee dynamic. That looks fucking weird. Yada, yada, yada. This, that, and the third. Right? So side A, guys, is the supportive group. You got side A that says wrestling locker rooms are close-knit, which is true, right? We've kind of known that for years. The wrestling environment is a little bit different in the locker room. Talent often have mental relationships. Iyo is known for being energetic and expressive with other stars on the brand, which is true, right? So, I wrote down this list of things, right, to see it from this angle, what people are agreeing with. And Triple H does have a long history of being hands-on with talent, which is true. So side B over here, the folks that disagree and see it as a negative, they say that he's in a position of power, which is also true. Does look kind of iffy if you think about it that way, right? The workplace, physical boundaries matter more today than they did maybe 20 or 30 years ago, right? This is what a lot of people are going with. So let's see what else is on the list, guys. Outside viewers don't see wrestling as family culture. That's another one. That's very true. They don't. Most fans of pro wrestling actually don't see something like this as, something that happens frequently within the wrestling bubble. They don't. And optics matter in the corporate WWE, which is true, right? So, what I think this is, just as a whole, guys? You know what I think? I think the real disconnect here is that WWE is this strange mix of corporate workplace and locker room culture. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I've always seen it, even growing up, and depending on which lens you're looking through, I can see why this moment feels either completely normal or completely off to most people. I'm just going to be objective here. It's seriously out there, man. Whether it's for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, it is out there. This sticks out like a sore thumb, and it can't get ignored. It didn't get ignored. I'm not going to defend WWE here either. I'm not going to defend WWE at all, to be honest. They don't deserve it, especially as of late. But I'm also not going to attack critics here either on both ends. I'm just not, because logically speaking, a lot of people are making a whole lot of sense, dude. I'm just being real on both ends. So it's hard to tell which is right or wrong, because the truth is there is no right or wrong to this situation. The only thing I feel we're going wrong with is judging each other for just simply having a different opinion. That's how I feel. We don't have to be so derogatory in our responses all the time, guys. We don't. We could be a little bit better than that. And I'm not picture perfect. That goes for me too. That goes for your boy too. I'm not picture perfect. That goes for me, man. Not just you guys. I had my takes on it at first. You know, I shared my opinion on it, my thoughts on it at first glance, at first look. And I felt pretty bad myself for starting up debates. You know, this video is not about debating necessarily. I'll save all that for the comment section, you know? So you can save all that for the comment section, man, if you want to debate. But it's not about that. It's about breaking down the objective truth here, man. Now, we had a lot of doctors on social media who just got their degree in psychology for studying the opinions and takes of others, right? Apparently. So, you see, these folks go wrong when they feel that they can speak for others just because they haven't been married or not in a relationship, because that's the route that they were going down with making fun of everybody else, bro, online that actually shared a different opinion than theirs. That's the route that people chose to go down. That doesn't matter. None of that fucking matters. You act like you have to be a wrestler. People, it's just like that dumbass opinion when people say, oh, well, you got to be in the ring to know exactly the ins and outs of it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not quite. It's people who never even probably stepped in the ring that's actually been around in business long enough, like referees and fucking backstage, you know, people who actually know the business in and out, right? You would never fucking know. That's not always the case, but you never know. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. Back on topic. Listen, man, you can still have a meaningful and subjective opinion on things without the full knowledge of what's happening. That's why they call it an opinion. Wow, who would have thought? We need to stop with slander, though. Seriously, we're choosing the wrong fight. And while we over here distracted, fighting each other, they can get away with terrible creative decisions knowing that we just eat everything up anyways, man. So I'll leave that one alone for now. But I do have the question. Stephanie McMahon never tweeted. Why didn't she ever tweet about this? You see, that's the one question that nobody thought to stop and ask. Stephanie McMahon. Nobody thought to ask this. If you're looking at it from one of the angles here. She never tweeted a real issue with herself. So that alone should be foolproof. Why she is secure in what she has in her husband, that alone in itself should be foolproof that whatever people are talking about on the interweb machine is just their opinion. It's not factual. It is not factual. It won't be factual. Stephanie McMahon alone is already married to Triple H. So what are these people talking about, man? You know, oh, you never been married before. You never been in a relationship before. Okay, every relationship and every marriage is different. Are we just going to simply ignore that fact? Wake up one day on a Sunday morning, take some mimosa, take some orange juice, sip your little coffee, sip your little drink or whatever, and be like, hey, you know what? This is how a relationship goes in everybody's relationship. This is how it's supposed to be, right? No, my friend. Different people have different situations. You see what I mean, though? It's all dependent on which viewpoint you see it from. If Stephanie McMahon didn't come out with an angry mom tweet, and she didn't come out with the pitchforks at Iyo Sky, then what was everybody else's issue? So that's one way of looking at it, man. Wrestling has always been physical contact and built on tight bonds that may not always seem as normal to the average person. I get that. Right? It may not seem as normal to the average person who will view it, but that's your prerogative. That's fine. But today's wrestling fans see everything through sexualization and through a workplace professional lens, you know, as if they're working the 9 to 5, just like me and you, us average everyday people. Most wrestling fans today, in closing, whether you think this was harmless or uncomfortable, probably comes down to one question. Do you see WWE as a corporate office or a locker room? And that difference in perspective is exactly why this clip blew up the way it did, I feel, guys. Seriously. Do you see WWE as more corporate or as a locker room? That's how you determine what's right and what's wrong, in my honest opinion. And that's it. That's all I got for y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is the Prince tripping over here, man? Is your boy tripping? Did I actually put something on the ground? Did I stumble over it? Did I trip? Or am I speaking a little bit of truth up here, man? Y'all holler at me. Let me know what y'all feel down below. Big deuces. Big peace. And you already know what's motherfucking next. We out. See you.